You look at Coach with them adding Jacoby Myers. Do you kind of get ready in a way that you mostly look at what he's done and kind of how that might look in this offense?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they acquired him for a reason, and we've gone against some different iterations in the past. I think they'll have a package for him to get the ball. Obviously, whatever he can pick up. By all accounts, he's a pretty smart player and can get up to speed pretty quickly. So I would assume they're going to integrate him in the offense. Does a really good job, just route running underneath area. Obviously, they've mentioned, his hands and his ability to catch the ball. So just another piece for them to put in their offense for sure.
Adjust for the absence of a player like Jalen Petrie. If he can't go, he does so much for you guys.
Yeah, just, obviously whatever happens as he's in the protocol and going through that, like we're just trying to prep all our guys to get ready and have some, replacing any good player is hard, and any player that does a lot for us, like a lot of our guys do. He's one of them. It's going to take multiple people, you know what I mean? So we're just going to have some different packages, move some guys around if we need to, and go play ball.
That point to Jalen, just like what he's meant and how he's adapted and moved positions and just being willing to do like everything.
Yeah, he's awesome. I mean, I don't know what else I can say. I mean, he's just been you guys probably have some sense of him as a person and a human being and what he is, and that just filters out into everything he does for the team. And never, hey, go do this, go play here, go play safety, go play nickel, go play inside the box, go do that, go play against the run. Yes sir, happy, smile on his face, and does it at an elite level. So just obviously just enjoyable player to be around, and he's working to get back on the field for us.
With that being said, how big of a blow is it for you all if you don't have him, but you've also lost rookie Jalen Smith?
That's the NFL, right? I mean, that's the NFL. I mean, I know their injury report looks just about the same as ours does, and we got a lot of good guys in the room and in that room and on the field. And like I said, it's going to take multiple players for us to step up, and but whoever steps on the field is going to be ready to play. We're preparing everybody to get going, and had a good couple days of practice so far, so we're excited for those guys to get their opportunity.
When you go back and you look at the film, what could have been done better on that play that Bo Nix got out on that scramble?
Yeah, I mean, it's multiple things. I mean, they moved the pocket on us. I think just obviously from a rush standpoint, the awareness level of it was not the first time they did that in the game in terms of trying to get him away from the rush and move the pocket. So whatever rush calls we're in or those things, we got to get balanced back up, and some of those things when it's just a different type of protection. So you're not rushing a normal protection when that happens. So you have to have some awareness there, and then in the back end when there's when your coverage responsibility is where it is, you can't over-pursue your coverage responsibility and overflow things. And hopefully you have guys in the second level with some eyes that doesn't break out. If he does get out, that it's not obviously a 25-yard gain. So we've gone through some of those things, those guys in those situations. And, if that comes up again in terms of how we want to prepare for that.
If there's any real concern at all with Will, because and finish the game, but to have him back out there, how much they got to put a smile on your face to have him practicing for that?
Sure did.
What's he mean to you guys?
Obviously he's having a great season. He's a great player for us. He's the engine, the heart of the team, the defense, I believe. And so obviously it's uplifting when he's out of practice and when he's playing for us. So we're excited to get him out there again this week.
We've talked about Trevor's success in the past, getting the ball out quick, throwing the ball short.
Sure.
This kind of what are the things that are key in taking those opportunities?
Yeah, same as always. Either you got to be sticky at times in coverage. You know what I mean? If we're off too far or there's space and whatever in zones or passing game that whatever coverage you're in, he'll take it. He's very good at seeing open space in the field and in zones and getting the ball out there. So when we are in zones, if we're matching up or we got to be tight in what we're doing, or if it's a time to be sticky or get man on man or body on, then we got to do that and try to take some of those throws away. So they've done a really good job. Again, schematically they do a good job of trying to create that space and just whatever tricks we combat in terms of them trying to get our guys off and motions and formations that try to put us in those positions. We've got to be aware of that and really just get stickier in some of those things. If there's open throws, it's going to be a long day for us. If we just let him get back there, hit his back foot, and get the ball out, that's what they're trying to do. We got to try to combat that for sure.
Matt, how would you you balance, like, you guys have some really good defensive performances, and you would say, well, it's not great, Kim, because we didn't win the game, but the defense has played really, really well, and then there's a play here or there that isn't good enough. How do you talk about that with the players so it's continue to not get down on themselves, or?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think we are down on ourselves a little bit, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, we're 3-5 right now. I mean, that's what it is. So we haven't played good enough. I mean, we had every game that we've been in, we've had opportunities to close games out or to make plays, and we haven't. So I think that's the messaging, and I think our guys embrace that. You want to be great, like our guys embrace that challenge of, hey, it's 15-15 and the game's on the line, and they get the ball back with a minute, whatever it was left. Like, put us out there, let's go. Like that's what we want to be, and those are the positions we want to be in. And so we've got to find ways to close out those games. So as a team, we're 3-5, and we are disappointed, and we are down about that, and we're fighting and working to get back to better.
Why do you think and not that it's affected the defense much, because it's still having success, but why do you think the sack numbers aren't as high as they were perhaps last year?
Yeah, I mean, again, we don't chase sacks. I mean, I just think I would hope that most teams that play us are aware of our players up front and our rushers, and are doing everything they can to combat that. I would say we see a higher number of chips, whether people are moving the pocket on us, like the ball's getting out quick. A lot of quarterbacks we faced have done that type of thing anyway. So just the usual tricks. Again, like we're not trying to chase sacks. I mean, I think both Will and Danilo are pretty high in terms of disruption numbers and pressure numbers. And so, again, you start chasing sacks, then you get out of your lanes and bigger plays happen. So, we're not really hung up on sack numbers. We're trying to disrupt the quarterback and affect quarterbacks. And there's some things that we can't control that are handling that thing.
I guess that was my question. Like, are teams doing things differently? Are y'all focusing on different things and not that you all are chasing sacks, but that was my question.
No, we like sacks still. Let me make sure I'm clear about that. We do like sacks. So, I just think, again, that's how the game's been being played. And, again, if the ball's being thrown quickly or there's certain protections or certain things that are happening, then, I mean, that's out of our control. You can't again, we can't just manufacture sacks. So we're going to focus on making sure we're continuing to rush direct and rush better and surge the pocket. So I think I mentioned a few weeks ago, like when there are those couple ops that are true drop back passes that we are rushing. So we can't let the tactics used to slow us down. We can't let that slow us down. We got to keep, again, that's why we preach attack, get off the ball, relentless, nonstop, swarm, because you never know when the one play is where you're going to get your one-on-one. And if you're lax in that moment, or you're just thinking I'm going to get chipped and you don't get chipped, or I think this is going to happen and it doesn't, then you miss your ops. So whatever ops we do get, we got to capitalize on and make sure that we're throwing heat every time.
You talked about some of the disappointment of 3-5 and understanding all that. Are there tone setters in preparation, tone setters in practice that you kind of turn to at this time and say, hey, man, let's...
No, I mean, I think, the messaging's always been the same. I mean, we can't, now we're going to play harder and do this stuff. You know what I mean? So, our messaging has been on the details of focusing that, making sure we're hitting these plays and making sure your eyes are in the right spot, or making sure you're getting off on your line on the rush, or putting your hands in the right place. Whatever those things are, we just keep going back to those details. I mean, again, every game we've been in has been a one-score game, right? It's been a tight game. Coming down in the fourth quarter, all those plays matter. So, I mean, that's the messaging. It's not like we got to do something more. You got to go outside your lane. It's, hey, every game we've been in is going to be close, and this one's probably going to be close too, if we're being honest, right? Let's make sure, when the plays are there to be made, we're making those plays. And so the focus is on the details and doing your job and being right.
Having said that, how do you guys end up closing those games? You guys have 3 of the 6 games in which quarterbacks have had the lowest completion percentage and yet still won against you guys. Bo Nix, Trevor Lawrence, and Sam Darnold. 3 of the 6 lowest completion percentage and still end up putting out the win. You guys are playing well defensively, but how do you end up closing that gap in the final stretch? I mean,
we're obviously not playing well enough. You know what I mean? So it's finding that next play. I mean, I don't know I don't really look at completion percentages from that point of view relation to there, but I think we've just got to make sure that sometimes to me that play is in the fourth quarter, that we all see the big play or big scramble. Sometimes there's an opportunity earlier to make a play. I mean, we missed 2 picks in that game last week that we dropped that we had in our hands. You know what I mean? If we cash in one of those, is that a different game? You know what I mean? So all those opportunities, I think that's just the messaging has been, when the opportunity comes, every play in, play out, it's 60 plays, it's 80 plays, whatever it is, we've got to make all those plays. And and you don't know which one's going to be the one that flips the game for you. So when we talk about attention to detail and focusing on your job, man, that's hard. Like, that's a hard play in, play out, man. What am I doing this job? Where are my eyes? What's my responsibility? Like, maintaining that focus throughout the course of the entire game is going to be what gets us back on track.
The best you can at the podium. Can you break down the Henry play and like how the difficult position he's in when he's sitting on that route and there's like options for the receiver? That touchdown that he gave up to his play.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just in man coverage. You're saying from last week?
Yeah, the touchdown that he gave up, but like he's one-on-one coverage.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to get sticky. You know, we got to teach our guys to get stickier on that in terms of like not stopping your feet. Just in general, anytime you're on the football field, you know, you stop your feet, it's hard to recover from that. And I think our rush has to help them there too. You know what I mean? The same thing. And it's never one person. You know, there's a little bit of time. The quarterback was able to kind of hitch through and climb the pocket a little bit. So there's a combination of things that we talk about in those situations. But just keeping our feet live and trying to get a little bit on the hip a little bit closer.
Thanks,
Thank
coach.
you.